everybody.
Why, hello.
Forgive me while I rename things.
Bingus Fennel, Blue Sunglara.
Yeah, that's the name of the people and their characters. Bingus is playing Fennel. Blue is playing Sangwara.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Sophia is
Yasu.
playing Yasu. Dream is playing themselves. Yeah, it was a wrong group. And
No,
now
that's
it is.
fine. It just caught me
Boop.
off guard.
I think you may have my token backwards on the stream, because the token is the active one, and the mouth closed is the active one.
I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
Hey, it's not a real stream if there's not some stuff.
Right.
You're so right.
Great, mine's reversed.
Also, please let me know if my mic is still acting weird. I did buy a new cord, so knock on wood. Hopefully that's the problem.
Sounds
We've still got a
lovely.
bit of tin, but it's way better.
I can hear you.
Oh, hell yeah. That's all that matters. You guys can hear me.
I only have the open mouth thing for mine.
You're just constantly screaming.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah, about that, right?
Mhm.
It's just constantly like varying volumes of ah.
I'm not cute enough to be making those kind of noises.
Oh, shush, you can be.
It's so weird to be back to the old character seats when I'm using the new character seats in
I
Saddle
don't
Stall.
know why they work that way.
Neither do I.
Uwu immediately. I demand it.
It will.
Okay.
You didn't put it in the chat though.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to whoever were insisting that they wouldn't sound cute.
Oh, I
Oh.
just did it 'cause, yeah, I heard someone say do ooh, and so I did the ooh.
I am gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well, now
Fair enough.
you have to do it, Boop.
What, me?
No, Boop.
Oh,
Ah.
it redeemed. You gotta.
I am
It's
telling
time.
we are telling the someone is named McSquiggles. Well, hey, you know, I did just happen to create a bunch of little guys. So guess what?
Jellyfish character, I believe, is they, them. Jellyfish player, I believe, is she, her.
He, him.
Oh, wait.
Jelly
Am I stupid?
person. All right, so let me do this so I don't balls this up on accident. Me personally, he, him, jellyfish character, they, them.
wait.
But yes,
Am I stupid? You know, I'll just
No.
leave. I'll see myself out.
you're fine.
All right,
not every mouth.
that brings us into a great point. We should all sort of like quickly introduce ourselves and like
That would be a good idea.
Yes. So from left to right on the stream here, Jess, introduce yourself and like the bare minimum of your character just before we do a proper introduction in the game, if you want. Like you can
how much
say as much or as
detail?
little as you want. As much or as little as you want. They
Okay,
can
cool.
see you, but like what you look like, I guess. But that's about it.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So my name is Jess playing games, and I'm playing a little blue kobold named Slink. And Slink is a little, slithery, silent, sneaky little thing. Yeah. She wants the shinies for her collection for reasons, and yeah. We'll find out whether you guys know what those reasons are or not. We'll find out. See how much she'll get
Next
away
up,
with.
blue creature.
Okay. First off, rude. Second, accurate. I'm Marsham. My character's name usually goes by Sharkbait. Ua.
I like that.
Cool.
And honestly, he's just fucking happy. He's got something on his schedule today. He's been bored as fuck.
All right, Neanderthal, you're welcome to. You already did a little bit of something, but by all means.
Yeah, understandable. I'm gonna be, in the spirit of full disclosure, I'm just gonna go ahead and inform you that my out of everything when it comes to character creation, backstory is probably the bane of my existence. So that's still working. That's still in work in progress.
That's relatable content right there.
Yes. However, they do have a name. Goes by the name of Zimnis, Zimnis. You could just call him Zim for short if you want to just do that. That's fine. Triton Blade Singing Wizard. That is about as much as I have to disclose for information at this given time.
Next would be Sophie.
I'm Sophia. Some of you may already know me from the other campaign group ones. I am playing a vampire named Loa, who is a fighter and a pilot who likes using guns. They're also very crass and crude, and they love gambling. So keep me out the casinos.
I make no promises of not being an enabler.
Please enable me, I love gambling.
Okay.
That's me, the player, saying that.
Alright, hold on, noted.
I, the player, love gambling.
Literally noted.
Sorry. Got it. And now, last but certainly not least, Green. If you would kindly please introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, everybody. The Green Masaur here, one of Boop's oldest players from his first ever campaigns he decided to stream on. And I'll be playing the goblin known as Izzy Bunru. She's a bit of a May that kind of got forced into this application of deep sea treasure hunting because her boss doesn't like the sea. She brought her some emotional support pig with her.
And so, this begins. Littered around the crew, the current people working on the top decks right now would be the captain over and navigator over at the ship's wheel here, as well as, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other people just working the top decks, either cleaning or manning the ropes, helping about as much as they can in the various different ways that sailors do. At this point within the story, you all would have been traveling for about, I would say, a good maybe day and a half. It hasn't been very much time, but you're all on the ship, and it's become increasingly obvious that is where you will be for the foreseeable future. It has been relatively uneventful, and you can see that this is a ship that is like, it is the 1900s, specifically like just after World War I, just after the Great War. There are still, this is a rather old ship, there are still sails on it, but you see that it has been retrofitted to have some of the more modern accoutrements that could be seen in naval vessels, but all told, still a rather dated ship. looking around, there is a bunch of different people on board, all different colors and creeds and races, and it becomes fairly obvious that the people on this job aren't exactly the here because they are, how shall I say, the best society has to offer. Or at least within the eyes of society. They may all skilled in their own right, but still there might be some looking down in the eyes of the world here. I'm gonna roll a d5, and I'm gonna quickly turn to whoever, and same order, 1 through 5. That will determine who I quickly put my focus on first, unless someone would like to volunteer to be the first introduced in character. Got it, rolling the die.
Listen, I tend to be a limelight hog. Fuck!
Oh, wait.
That's you. It's you. It's you. It's you.
I didn't want to steal the limelight.
Honestly, I
Get
was
in the
about to
fucking limelight.
Oh,
I mean-
my light come to me.
I mean, I was about to say
You
I
take
wanted
this
to be
limelight,
a
you
thing, but
fucking
hey,
steal it.
Go right ahead, Marsh.
Actually, I feel like it'd be fitting if the light is lime, it should be green who goes first.
Okay.
That's not how limelight works.
But if Marsh
No.
wants me to go,
Rolls are fair is fair. I got it.
yeah.
That's not how the lime lights aren't actually green lights. They're made with
I'm a wit. It's okay, guys. Boop doesn't understand what humor is. We'll just keep going.
Damn.
Yep.
You are looking out at the sea, sort of quietly, loud enough for people to hear, but it's still a very calm tune, keeping morale up, and given how sometimes stressful the sea can be even on calm days, it is not a job that it goes without a thankless job necessarily. Where do you think you would be on the ship, and what exactly would you would be on the ship right now? Where do you think you'd be?
Wherever he has found resonates his music the most efficiently. So probably somewhere where there is multiple walls to bounce off of. So probably somewhere right around this second mast here. It's with the
Got
wall
it.
behind him and then the bigger wall on the other side to project the sound. It's just kind of amplified via just natural acoustics.
Yes.
And he's just standing quite wow, my ambiance suddenly started actually playing the hurdy-gurdy. He basically always carries this really battered looking hurdy-gurdy with him, and he's just playing a slower, not quite somber tune, but something that's present enough to fill the ears, but not to draw your attention. He's kind of an average height, water genasi, kind of pale blue skin, yada yada yada. And when he's not playing music, he's always standing with a stance that tells you that he couldn't give less of a fuck because he's just bored.
Mood.
I'm gonna DM you. forgot to ask you a question, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
quickly DM it to you. Uh, all right. So as you're quietly playing this tune in your ear, I think that your mind, as you are bored, out of your mind, just thinking, what am I doing here? Like, you're looking around. You are a Ganassi, so it's not an entirely water Ganassi, so it's not unheard of for you to be out in the sea. It's on ships or in seaside towns, but you are also a performer. And I think you would think back to the time a bit before today. Back when you were... I had gotten to the whole reason why you're actually here. And as much like then, what motivated you that time what motivated you back then was very simple. Boredom. That's the wrong song. It was supposed to be something quick and curious. You did grab it, put it back maybe, or not, maybe sell it. You don't know. It's something to do. It's not like you have anything better going on. This... You traveled a lot, working as a bard and as someone who was just genuinely skilled with their words. And while you were going around doing different things, working with different people, you happened to spot something. And as you see this, I'd like you to give me an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Fat 13.
You
First roll of
see,
the campaign does not bode well.
you see a like sort of presented amongst the various diplomats and richer folk that you schmooze around. Someone was presented something as a gift. A small gemstone. Attached to it was like a small piercing next to it, and it looked utterly immaculate, and it was beautiful. And I don't think you really know why you felt the need to curb your boredom for this and grab this, but you did. So, Mick Sharkbait, how did you, do you think, how did you try to like go about grabbing this thing? Was it a quick swipe? Was it a one and done type of thing? What happened here?
I think there was a point where you can only spend so much time on ships and in bars trying to entertain people to a mixture of, you know, cheers and jeers, where it doesn't really matter how much money you get. Sometimes there are things that just pique your interest, and sometimes it's a new passion, sometimes it's music, sometimes it's another one of the arts, sometimes it's just a magical little trinket that catches your eye. There's not always a reason. Sometimes the reason is nothing. Just a fleeting little thought that you decide to act on. And sometimes the consequences of those actions land you where you least expect it.
How apt. Needless to say, you are far from a master thief. Captured as you were caught, you were given a choice. You lose to work for and buy with your own money this trinket from the original owner for its original price, or lose your head. And needless to say, that sort of decision is not very difficult to make. But as you are being reprimanded, as you are going around, as you are being paraded through this strange deal, because it is a strange thing, I would like you to give me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Hey. Listen, 13 is my lucky number. Now is not the time.
You see a very strange figure looking up and at this regal hoity-toity person who's making this deal with you. They are... You are standing before a... You are making this deal with a sort of older tabaxi woman. And though she doesn't really seem to fully take in the nature of this deal or what's happening, you see at her side there is a small maid. Brown hair with pink streaks and a short green skin and wearing a blue bow. And I don't think you'd really know. You know why you were put here to work. Because you have to pay off the debt. And if it gets out that you tried to steal from this lady, you would very likely be executed.
Oops.
But why? Why is she here? You remember her from as a serving woman. And that should be everything. Next one to roll. I'm gonna roll a d4. First, what?
Oh shit, it's me now!
Fitting.
Wow.
It is quite
Okay.
fitting. I was about to say, wouldn't it just be more fitting if it just goes to me next?
Listen, sometimes the dice tell a better story than we do.
Sometimes.
True.
Yeah.
True. Which, by the way, just sending you this track I would like you to use, Boop.
Alright.
Because
Is it
just
DMCA
seems
free or
fitting.
will I get copyright stricken to oblivion?
I believe so. It is from an indie game.
Pog.
As in,
Oh no!
it's fitting for a good reason.
Alright, I will play it when we get to like that all eyes on you moment. But
Mhm.
for now, you find yourself on this ship, Izzy, and where do you think you would be on this ship?
At this time, I would think Izzy will be on the deck, trying to make sure make sure the deck is cleaned up. Because no one needs to eat at this time. It's not the designated cooking time. So she's just making herself a bit useful and just cleaning up the place as a maid would usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And her little piggy russet potato was right by her side, just keeping her company, trying to keep her calm through this entire weird scenario that she's in right now.
you're working around here, you have a couple other people sort of helping you with some of the cleaning. Nearby, you'll see some of doing some cleaning work would be the Grung McSquivels Navara and the sort of rat folk Marco Aran. Like all of them, sort of the three of you, you are like the cook here, but whenever you aren't cooking, you are also involved with helping out and cleaning and such. Whereas the two of them are primarily cleaning and then swap to help out with cooking and cleaning up while you are cooking. So it is a very like symbiotic sort of like back and forth that you two have, you three have, and as you're working around, you do see like the little of your little like russet, and Marco here is sort of just looking out at you. And
What you need, Marco?
So, I know that you are. I suppose I'm a bit surprised that you are allowed to bring the pig. It's been a few days, I know, and I sort of held off on asking until like knew you better. But I'm just curious, why the pig?
Oh, Russet, he's kind of been with me ever since I was a kid. Well, he's been my faithful companion ever since. Helped me in a few of my dire circumstances, you know. Training was a bit hard, and well, it's good to be able to ride a mount, and he was the perfect one for me.
Oh, I see.
Also, he's very cuddly. He likes to be pet on his head.
Does have a lot of floof on his head.
He does.
Okay. Well, I will leave it to you, then. Do you have this section of the floor? I'm going to head down into the lower decks.
Yeah, I'm good for right now, but thank you, Marco.
It is all right. I shall see you in a few hours for the dinner, okay?
Yeah. I'm trying out a new recipe.
His nose is a little twitchy, and you can see his whiskers sort of nimble twitch about, so that and he's going to take these like steps down into lower deck. I forgot that they're like over here, and disappear below. And as you're sort of cleaning, swabbing the deck, I think you two would find a moment where your mind begins to go back to why you are here, how you got here, more accurately too.
Good music choice.
Yeah.
You end up hearing a woman in absolute rage as she's slamming into a table, going, "God and it is a horrid mess. And you see that like she straight up like cracks a table with a strange strength that like you always sort of knew she has, but she doesn't ever use because she doesn't have to. She has you around. And then as she looks up, as you hear this through like the outside of her room, because you're like always at your post sort of listening out for whatever you may need. But as you're like still listening to this, give me a perception check as you're like just outside the room, not intentionally so, but still eavesdropping.
A 7.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You are the only thing you're like able to clearly hear is that like crack of the desk and the scream, god damn it, as but you do like you don't make out like you don't hear specific words or anything, but you do sense like the cadence, the tone, the general vibe. There is some incredible frustration in your mistress's voice, in some arguing, some kinds of like real vitriol and rage. And finally, you just hear a silence for a moment. And as you enter, as you like think that everything is calmed down and you're maybe thinking I shouldn't be listening to this and preparing to leave, you hear a sort of bell ring, a little silver as you hear a Hezzy, get over here.
She knocks on the door and immediately opens on it.
Inside, you hear you see a clearly exasperated woman, and the look of someone who has like just like stress destroyed their curtains by like accidentally putting their claws in the cloth and scratching them, and a broken desk that has like a good like not quarter, but like a good like 2 like foot-ish size hole in it that has been just like punched through with a desk through this like hardwood desk here, and a very like not necessarily old necessarily, but definitely a regal looking tabaxi who is very, very, how shall I say, pissed off, but not at you. Not yet, unless you fuck up.
Yes, my madam? What do you need my services for?
Oh, I have a headache. Okay. I need you to... First of all... this utterly horrific task to handle. But before that... Obviously these curtains need to be sewn back up, and if you would kindly get in contact with another craftsman, we need a new desk again. This is not the first time that you've had to replace the desk, not by a long shot.
Would you like the services of Lord Preternio again? For the desk?
Is that his name? Sure, just the good one, the good one.
Yep, that's who I meant. That's who I was
Okay.
talking about. I'll make sure to get in contact with him as soon as I can. I'll do it while I sew up your curtains.
Boop. Guys,
Mhm.
may I know the lady's name?
Can I say it?
Yes, Green, you may.
Her name is Madam Leaf in the River.
Would you mind
Oh.
typing that out?
Yeah, I was about to say, can I have that in writing?
Down the river.
So, Nyan, you fully underestimate what I, as a level 3 bard, can do.
What?
Oh, in
In the
Twitch
chat.
Yeah, in the Twitch chat.
But I put her name in the Tail Foundry chat.
Mhm.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah,
As
I'll do
you
it in the...
as you like are about to leave, give me an insight check.
Let's hope I actually have a decent time with this. It's a
Uh-oh.
12.
Okay.
Wow.
This bodes well for the rest of the campaign.
This
Just
is
means
just
you'll
gonna
roll great in combat. That's it, right?
Don't
Campaign fate.
Think
don't put that into the universe, please.
we might need to get some ladders to get to higher ground.
You are literally at sea level, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, sometimes a few inches count.
Sink or swim, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
As you look out, you see this like not at all hidden look of frustration. Clearly whatever happened is getting to her. And what you know about Madam Leaf, it would be, if you like asked at all about it, there might be something you can do to help ease the stress, or if nothing else, you do know that she loves to talk, so having her, that might at all also make her feel a little better. You're not exactly sure.
Well, madam, as I saw these curtains, would you like to talk about the day before this little, the new hole in your desk?
My dear Ezzy, it has been so hard. I had to speak with go outside today. I hate leaving the manor, but not only that, I was presented with a rather beautiful, actually, a gift of mine. And it was supposed to be a small gem. I was hopeful to use it in my usual array. And you'll see that she has, like, along her... I'm not sure... This might not necessarily be in the art, I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly. But you will see that she is wearing, like, in this moment with all these, she does have like various different like gems that actually glow and have like a shine on them, like studded around this like necklace, brilliant rings, though, and like that all have like some sort of shimmer or shine that is like a little bit unnatural, and you would know that she like likes her shinies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, God forbid, one of the other boys, not you, of course, but ended up misplacing it, and I was the one who had to confront this rapscallion who ended up putting on the piercing, and now they can't take it off, and it's just been... Oh, it's been a day. And then here I am being told that I need to supervise this excursion out on the sea, and I just despise getting wet. So it's just been so bad.
Well, that is quite upsetting, madam. But do you have anything I could do to help you out with this? I'm always willing to help you.
She'll look at you, eye you up and down, and then sort of like think for a second, and I'll have to ask you one thing in DMs here. Just check your DMs for that real quick. But as you ask this question, she'll like look like she's like sitting on this chair entirely wrong. Like she was like standing, and as she sits on the chair, she's like leaning, like has her butt on the chair, leaning against the armrests, and like has her legs up on the other. And then she's like thinking, I have an idea. Miss Ezzy, dear,
Izzy.
you, right, whatever. You know, you like going down by the ocean, yes?
Yes, I love it there.
You go there in all your time off, you know people, you do things around that area of the city and such, yes?
Yes.
Would you mind being my eyes and ears over there?
I would love to, but if you're willing to humor me for a quick second, may I bring my little pet, just so I can have a little bit of company? As as Izzy says that, she does this little puppy dog look with her face.
They do a little like, you have a pet? I mean, sure. I don't see why anyone would care.
Thank you. I'll gladly be your eyes and ears, my dear.
Just give them a... Okay. Take... And you'll see that she's like opening up this desk drawer and like fiddling through and pulls out like a bunch of different like shiny looking stones here. She says like, which one? No, definitely no. This one. And she'll pull out this kind of scratched up, like very imperfect stone. It's not necessarily even a... It's a more like a pretty stone, not even necessarily a gem. And it's she like sort of hands it over to you, and you see that it's connected to it has like a pair and like that she quickly like makes a little mark on it with her finger, and then like makes the same mark on like another much smoother like gemstone, and which she like embeds quick in like a pocket, and she's like, this will work as a little sending stone, just in case you need to get in contact with me.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, just take this mission and this paper and do whatever it is they tell you need to do, and then I'll be... lies back in the chair, again, sitting completely wrong. Here, just... taking care of a few things on my end. No one should trouble you with that.
Of course. Would you like one last massage before I go, madam? I always know you love those.
Oh yes, I would love that. And as we pull away from this scene at this manor, you eventually bring this up to the sort of like the smaller into the main town, because you guys are the manor is like on the outskirts of town. You head inside into the port district and go into a municipal building, and they guided through, and suddenly you are on a reclamation mission. And as far as you know, you're searching for other gemstones, which makes sense. That's sort of what Madame Leaf loves. She loves her shinies. But that's sort of the extent to your knowledge, as you kind of just get pushed through a ruthless bureaucracy that led to you being here. With all of that said, though, Now rolling a d3. Let's see who's next.
Ooh, indeed.
That's our 1d3. How fortunate. How interesting. Jess.
Yes.
You end up where please where do you think that you would be in this particular moment?
Probably already aboard the ship. She's probably scurrying about, just living up to her name, slinking about, kind of like hide behind barrels and keeping an eye on people, kind of going all fours and almost like snake-like, waiting for the people to kind of see if they drop anything, looking and see if they have anything shiny, trying to catch
Mhm.
all the things below, trying to kind of keep out of sight.
Question here.
Yes.
Just because I don't think I confirmed this with you. Are you a stowaway or are you here legitimately?
Legitimately.
Okay. Just because the way that you were describing it, like, made me think, like, are you trying to be a stowaway?
No, it's just acting like a little wild kobold.
Yeah, just like the rat, the kobold rat energy.
Yes, exactly.
Rats, fear the rat.
So you're sort of slinking about. So I think that in your case, you would probably be in the lower decks here. And as you go through, I don't think you're necessarily on job call right now. You're probably getting technically resting, supposed to be resting, but still scurrying about just because that's what you do.
Yep, that's her living. That's how she was raised. It's what she knows she's good at, and that's what she's gonna do.
And as you're looking about, you're sort of like slinking about, and you'll suddenly run into. Give me one moment here because you run into them. Let's see who you run into if you're being sneaky here.
Should I roll for stealth?
Yeah.
She's not necessarily like being like sneaky. She's just like being out of the way. Just doesn't want to be in the way. She knows how the city works, and she's assuming that it's like this too.
Yeah.
Page.
Yeah, you're really good at keeping out of the way. But as you do, let me just make a roll behind the DM screen here. Holy shit. Okay.
That's a
Cool.
1, right?
As you like look or sort of sneaking around, you will suddenly get a small shock as you just hear like
a very kind of raspy sort of voice behind you. What are you doing?
She kind of jumps up and goes, yeah, frog.
Hi.
This is McSquizzles because somebody paid to name them McSquiggles.
Shout out to Blue.
Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Mr. Blue.
He's like gets sort of shocked, and you see he drops like a little knife he was holding, and like,
Gosh, you're gonna scare someone. Seriously, you. Ah.
Her eyes just like widen as she sees the glint of the silver, and she almost like doesn't even pay attention for him for a second. Just like, yeah. And she kind of
What are
Almost
you
like-
doing?
smelling like never seen your kind before. Slippery. Slippery thing.
Yeah, well, I'm a frog. I mean, related to frogs. I'm not really
Snake
sure
that-
if we're. Sorry?
Snake no frogs. Snake only know small frogs. Why big frog? Big frog eat? Eat lots, grow big. Wait, frog talk.
I'm a grung. And I'm. I don't know. I just. I know we look like frogs. We act like frogs. And I have a job. And I was cleaning. And then I saw you and you were just slinking about. I guess that's why
Just
your
slink.
name's Slink.
Yes, slink. Very good at thinking.
And
That's why your name Slink.
okay. Do you ever sleep? Cause you're supposed to like be resting, right? Like you were working last night.
Slink no tired. Slink go look round.
Okay.
Find snacks. Find Chinese.
I mean, if you're hungry, I could ask Ezzy if she has any more snacks. She.
Slink has no money. No clink.
I mean, we all work here, so we're sharing the food. So, yeah.
There. No trade.
I
No
mean,
fight for snack.
I assume that if you don't work, the captain's gonna get real mad. So, we have to work.
Slink work. Slink get food.
Yeah,
What Slink do?
I don't know. What do you get at?
Slink. Shinies. Slink get the shinies. Slink scrap. And they go fast. Swoop. And
Oh.
the grab. No one see. And then Slink go bye-bye.
You might be with the diving crew then. That makes more sense, actually. Okay.
Oh, Slink go down deep blue. Yeah. Big
Yeah.
man. Slink go down big blue. We got lots of shinies. Where go?
Well, we're not there yet. We should be there soon, but, yeah. Okay, I'll leave you yeah. Okay, bye.
and they just sort of like nervously rush off and sort of go about.
pick it up?
Sorry.
Did he pick up his little knife?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
It was just like something that he like had on his pocket that sort of like fell off, but he picked it up. Yes.
Dang it. Okay. So she'll be like, bye frog, and then she just kind of do her little thing as she goes to like, I don't know, now that it mentioned food, she's probably gonna investigate for food.
You sort of like you go back to like thinking about working for food and all this, and recently in most of your life you've been working for coin, you use coin to get food. And other shinies. You use shinies and coin, you get food and comfy things. And this is a definite change for you. Because although there is like, of course, the promise of money at the end of this whole journey, just for doing the work, this sort of shared like crew is different, but not well, different, but still it reminds you of something as well. And I think that Slink, you would kind of have this moment where you could sort of think back to the past, to a different time. And here is where I have to hope and praise that I remembered the music that I wanted for you. Slink, as you're thinking back to the past, going up to like the remaining stores where the food is, and there was a moment where you were also hungry as well, starving even. It had been days, maybe weeks, you're not really sure. But as time passed, you were fairly certain that you were done. But then you looked up, and in this alleyway, you remember a like shadowy figure looking down at you. And as they look down, you are sitting sort of cross-legged, like hiding inside of this cardboard box. Not cardboard, because cardboard wasn't a thing, but like this old wooden crate. And through one of the cracks, they look at you and you look at them, and instantly you can tell they know that you're there. they're just staring. Give me an insight check. That's actually a very good roll. For once, someone rolls well.
Oh, we finally got a good roll. Nice.
Let's go.
Yes.
Finally! Someone is better than all of them. Well, the ones who've rolled so far.
For now. For now.
For now. You look up at this sort of strange hooded man. And they're, as you get like a clear look at their features, you see something the first thing you notice is brilliant shining eyes. And then from there, you look back and look around, look at their features and see these brilliant, like, dark scales, almost purplish in color. Sort of a blackish blue. And they look at you with a sort of curiosity. And not only do they know that you're there, they know that you are hiding something. And you'll see as they like breathe out this like black soot in the dark moonlit night. They lean down to the box, place their hand on top of it so that you can't to push it and effectively trap you. And in a very calm, controlling tone, How did you get that, little one?
With how kind of cautious Slink is, kind of being like all on her own, she'd probably be very hesitant, just kind of hissing at him and stuff, not really sure how to respond to him.
Hey, don't worry, I ain't gonna hurt you. And they'll take out from like their coat pocket what you think would be a knife, but then ends up being a small like fresh loaf of bread. Now, come on. Trade.
Her eyes like widen, and instantly the smell of bread like hits her nostrils as without hesitation. What happened?
Sounds so loud.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Wow.
What?
Yeah, yo,
It's-
buddy
What?
skywalked in.
Yeah, it's basically
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Absolutely nothing.
I'll turn you down. Holy shit! I had you like maxed out.
That is so weird. I wonder if it has something to do with push.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, we can
Maybe
finally
also.
hear you loud and clear now.
Yeah.
Why? I have to play
Yeah.
it. So yeah, the smell just instantly hits her nostrils where she would usually be hesitant on doing anything like that. Her hunger just kind of takes over as she just like snatches the bread and just all focuses on it as she just whatever was in her hands before the shiny trinket, she just completely ignores it as she just engulfs herself in this bread. Like it's the last meal she'll ever eat.
They take a look at it. They don't mean to take it from you. And they take a look at it and sort of look at you. And getting a clear view at this person. The like purpley iridescence in their now that they are in better view, the purpley iridescence that was like a reflection is gone from their it's clear that they're a black dragonborn. Their glowing eyes still very present within the area. They have a little scarf on as it's currently winter time. And they're studying you and the trinket you stole.
She is just not paying attention whatsoever as she's trying to like lick every single piece of crumb that might have fallen off, using her little fingers to like lick her hands and then like picking it up. And then she kind of looks up at him now that she's like done, kind of like taking in every little piece of detail she can of him, because he is extremely shiny. Like she thinks maybe taking one of his scales might even be worth something. But it's on him.
Heal.
Oh, she got quiet again.
No.
Yeah, now you're quiet again. What happened?
I have no idea. It might be my mind.
Here.
Well, as you finish eating, they'll with a 17 give you a knowing nod, and you can tell that they recognize this trinket that you stole. They recognize where it's from and likely have an idea and know more than like they care to admit right now. But they just simply say, "Where's the clan?"
I'm sorry, what?
Where is your clan?
Oh, I sneaked out, but I know no nearby. Slink thinks they scared of Slink. They don't like Slink. Slink different.
Yeah. This world has a way of treating those of us that are different badly.
No one likes Slink. That's why Slink named Slink. Slink hide.
You hide, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They'll think for a moment, and then now. Turns out I have great need for people who are good at hiding. And I'm willing to pay in shinies. And he'll like hold out a little, like, he does like a little contact magic with a little golden coin and bread. And he gestures to the piece you just ate.
Her eyes get like real big as her tail starts to like swish in excitement. Yes, Slink, hi, Slink, get work for a big dragon, big man. Oh, bread, shiny, yes.
Yeah. You end up working for them for a while. And then that was perhaps when you were a very young kobold. And now, maybe a few weeks ago, you don't see them every day, but when you do, they're kind. They offer you food, they pay you, they treat you with respect. And this last time that you've seen them, something felt wrong. Slink, give me a medicine check. That's not bad.
Yo.
You didn't meet them in the back alley, in a smoky meeting room, in some sort of rogue hideaway. You found that you followed the message sent to you, and it took you to perhaps one of the last places you would have ever expected to see them. A small house. A personal abode. You look at someone who is weak, someone who is sick. His eyes no longer have that glow in them. And it is not because there is no ambition or they do not want it, but it is simply that they do not have the magic in them anymore. And those scales that you once thought to swipe and maybe sell for profit, you see scattered on the ground and exposed would be bits of dark, soft, like blotched flesh that look as though they might bleed at just a touch. And as you look at them in bed, Slink, good to see you. How are you doing?
master? Why? What is wrong?
Well, I ain't doing too hot. Ain't no one's fault. And you'll finally see them in this moment without that sort of scarf that they had on. And you will see that, like, they have it off, and it is this, like tender bruises all over the neck and lower chest.
She
And
kind of
you
looks at him
s-
with like teary eyes.
I DM'd you like a picture of what he would have looked like. I sort of just did some quick Google searching. And he's listen. I ain't got much time. But I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. Very proud.
Proud of Sleep?
Yeah.
She's like on the like verge of tears as she kind of just like sits on the bed with him, like seeing those scales like on the floor and stuff almost makes her feel guilty that she ever thought about trying to take one for profit, and just like feels so sad and ashamed. How Slink help? Slink can help make feel better. Just tell Slink what to do.
They'll look at you, smile a little. You're already doing great. You end up spending the day with them, taking care of them, seeing them in this weakened state. It seems that as one that he sort of helped bring up from youth, after you were abandoned by your old clan, he does trust you enough to put you to see him in this position. And you start looking into things yourself, looking into rumors, looking into this, and after he's finally asleep, looking into things that he himself had been searching for. And you think you found something. A rumor. Nothing more than that. But something hopeful. Something lost. An artifact transported by sea, caught in the crossfire of an attack long ago. An emerald destined to be brought to a Spanish king, never found, that supposedly had great powers of restoration. taking advantage of the network that had already existed wasn't hard. When a mastermind lays out the groundwork, but can't do the work themselves because they are simply physically unable. You hear of a ship sent to a diving, a mission for recovering shipwrecks, lost goods, things that can be found over the course of history, deep under the sea. Your master would have done it himself, but it seems that any hope of that is gone. As you look through these notes, this black dragonborn finally wakes up, hearing something, and Slink.
Master.
What are you looking? Oh, don't worry about any of that. That's...
But Bivrock said save, Master. Wait. Slink must go and find this. Make you better. Make you better than better.
They'll look at you with a sort of teary-eyed acceptance and Slink, I can't ask you to do that, but hey, I can't ask you to do that.
Slink must. Slink was fed and protected and sheltered. Master, so nice, so kind. Slink could never repay. Slink must. Poor Master. Master only care about Slink. No one care about Slink.
You finish taking care of him for the night. You use his network to find other people to take care of him. And you go in his place, taking the position of a diver, ready to do whatever it takes to find a gem that would hopefully save his life. And with that, you finish your meal.
She kind of sniffles a little bit, wiping her eyes and her nose. Kind of tries to shake it off a little bit. Slink have job to do. Slink can't afford to be sad. Must be focused. Yes, for Master.
We then go to r/1d2, either Nian or Sophie.
It's one of us. We'll find out here.
Nian.
Alright, here we go. Shit.
Where do you think you would go?
Honestly, this is somebody who has been not necessarily coddled from the outside world, but more or less for a good amount of their childhood cloistered.
Mm-hmm.
So they would be very ecstatic to be on a ship looking at some of the look at how this thing moves, looking at some of the pieces to it, both old and new.
So, like, where on the ship? Like the from the mast, or setting out at sea? Like behind the captain?
I feel like he would be super inquisitive, probably trying to ask the captain.
Ay, Dios.
Mind you, this, this is going to be somebody who's just only a few years into what would be Triton adulthood.
Yeah.
So that would be like Triton's like age, like get to maturity like 15. He's like 18. So
He's like looking at the captain is looking forward, just navigating the ship, trying to hold it steady in the face of kind of choppy waters. There is a little bit of a sway here and there, but it's nothing inherently crazy. And he's just like looks very not inherently frustrated, but just somewhere in between, like willing to teach you, but also starting to get a little bit annoyed.
understood. You know, I will think that my little jellyfish friend would be able to read the room and go. Sir, anything I could possibly do to assist?
You're doing all right. It's good for you to ask these questions. Just, as a navigator, we mostly want to keep an eye on the stars and make sure that everything's okay. But during the day, there's a bit less to do. At least for your skill set. Make sure that the area stays clean. No seawater or salt builds up on the ship. And that's more than enough.
Of course, sir. As he sort of leaves this poor captain to it, as he gets a bucket and mop. More likely than not, his skills will probably be more useful once he starts going into said diving.
Mm-hmm.
As he's also like eyeing the rest of the crew, more or less seeing what they're doing to contribute, see if he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah. As you're eyeing the rest of the crew, you will see these two rabbit brothers sort of like chatting away. You would recognize both of them as like the ones who helped sort of design and like are operating the diving bell that is being used to bring most of the crew up down below, as well as like preparing some of the suits for making sure that they're ready for underwater and pressure in particular is what they're testing for.
Okay.
And as you're looking around at them, it's like one of them goes like, "Oi, hey, gosh, I forgot your name. Jelly."
He kind of just acknowledges it as he just sort of takes the little nickname and goes, yes.
Right. So, we've been tinkering around with some of these things, and I think that they're more or less good to go down below into the waters, but they're untested. Right. Milo would be, you would know these two as, Milo would be this one, and this one would be Evan.
All right.
And Evan would pipe in, "They're untested." Well, of course they're untested, but that's... Anyways, we were wondering if you wouldn't mind, we're almost there, only a few days away, and from the first shipwreck that we're supposed to be investigating, and we're trying to make sure that there aren't any sort of leaks, or that it can sort of withstand this pressure. And you'll see this incredibly bulky looking diving suit. It has a lot of sort of a thick metal. It truly looks like, think Bioshock, like Big Daddy type armor. That's that's sort of what you're dealing with here.
At this point, he kind of speaks up to Milo, going, not sure how to put this. As he raises his like little tentacles from the top of his head, you see his gills. I don't think I would be a good candidate.
Right, and that's why we want to put you inside of this thing, because if it starts leaking, you'll be fine.
I see your train of thought now. Absolutely anything to help the crew. Yes, of course.
Right. Now, obviously, you'll be put in there, and when you do get in there, you won't be down there with everyone. You can just follow alongside the bell. You don't have to be necessarily inside of there with any of us. Or any of the, well, not us, but any of the others. But when you do head down, we obviously need to make sure that the air breathers here aren't going to suffocate and drown.
Yes, of course.
All right.
I see your...
Great. So kindly put this on, and you'll get this, like, your strength is 10.
Yes.
It is like wearing this thing is would be easier to use on underwater, because of just the way it would be a little bit easier to use underwater, I think.
Because like 10% body mass and 10% mass of whatever. Yeah.
But like in order to like physically stand up, it takes a lot of effort. Basically, the penalty for wearing this on land is like losing the ability to use a dash action, and dash and dodge action, and you disengages only give you advantage to not get hit, not necessarily.
Oh, so this is like borderline
instant.
heavy armor.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, it's rough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And you'll get like attached to this massive like wire tubing to it, and so far so good. It's not comfortable, it's heavy, but that's sort of okay. And you're looking at this sort of system, and you like kind of have to fit your little jelly head through, and it's a little tight, and it's like you feel like it's a little tight around your head because it's not like really meant to fit that.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're wearing a hat on top of another hat, and you'll sort of hear through this like I suppose like muffled almost filter, like,
All right, so, what we have here is, the main system, all right? We are going to keep you attached to the ship through a line and a chain here, and if you have any sort of issues within the ship, feel free to tug on it twice or you'll be dead, and we won't know to pull you up. All right?
It just kind of gives a thumbs up as he's got like maybe 75% of those instructions, which is about
perfect.
enough.
Just okay, perfect. Now,
you'll be like directed to sort of sit on the edge under the water here, and as you do, Evan will sort of hold you tight and say,
all right, don't worry. We're tinkerers, but we can. This chain shouldn't break under anything. Just let us know what you see, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how wet you feel. When we pull you up. We won't? Yeah, when we pull you up.
and as they say that, he'll just like push you into the water.
Yeah, you hear a muffled "Oh!"
You go crashing into the ocean, and
well, thank God I got a swim speed.
yes.
So, going in, what time of day is it, by the by?
It is like mid-afternoon, like 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay, so sun's still up, kinda. Alright, cool. Alright, now while I'm wearing this suit, and I'm just out in the middle of the water, Zim is gonna be a little cautious of his whereabouts, seeing if there's anything nearby.
Sure. Give me a perception check if you would.
Coming right up.
Oh boy.
Mother of Christ.
Turns out that Slink is the only competent member on the team.
Well, also, I guess I'd have to use the
Track.
excuse of I'm in this suit. My periph is going to be kind of screwed anyway.
Yeah. You are looking around underwater, and as you see this, you'll see fish,
Okay.
sort of out and about. You are effectively suddenly like feeling the pull of the ship, as it's not a very hard pull. It is going like about. It would feel like you are being pulled aloft as if you are like water skiing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like with that sort of like pressure almost.
All right.
It's very bizarre because you're not swimming, but you're still moving forward. And
Almost feels as if I'm being lifted up by a balloon, except it's underwater.
yes. Like imagine getting it's again, it's not as fast as like a modern day like vessel. It's not gonna like pull you. It's not like you're being dragged behind like some massive propellers or anything that
Right.
would kill you. But you are feeling that pull of the ship, and as you do, you're kind of like going the first thing you see is that there is like a little bit of a kelp forest down beneath you.
Okay. What's the distance? So clarify. It's beneath me. I'm not like sinking into it.
No, the rope is about like, so you are in the open ocean,
Right.
so it goes down a lot.
Right.
And so far you are still like in the Mediterranean, but you are in the ocean, like full on. And
Right.
let me see how deep the med.
Also, if you mind if I, since I was given a task, perform, I guess, what would be an investigation check to see if there's any current leaks happening.
Sure.
Alrighty. One moment. I got a +7.
An
There we
18.
go. There we fucking go.
Good. The suits work great. No sort of no issues with them whatsoever. And as you look down, they don't pull you down too far. You start like looking at the you know just how like this isn't the main chain for the diving bell, so it's not like thousands of feet deep, but you are going like a couple 100 feet down into the water, and you can make out this like kelp forest sort of just like rising above, and even though you're not sinking into it or anything, it is like it is visible. It's there.
Right.
And as you're looking through the suits seem to also be working fine enough. You don't feel particularly wet. You do feel like a little tense, like a little like, oh, that's a weird feeling, being wet but not.
Yeah.
But so far it's going okay. But since you're investigating the suit, kindly like give me a you begin to see like there are some sort of green sort of like there's very quickly becomes some like green buildup on the surface of the suit. You wouldn't say you're exactly familiar with.
Would I be able to make an Arcana check or something, a nature check to identify
It
it?
would probably be a nature check here.
All right. +5. Ears open. Motherfucker.
Your best like guess is analogy of some kind. It sort of shimmers a little bit and it has a sort of bioluminescent quality to it as far as you can tell, because as soon as it starts like attaching to itself to you, it glows with a sort of teal color that is certainly unlike the rest of the water. But otherwise, you're like realizing that like outside of other underwater, like this is probably the first real test of a diving suit, and it seems to be working fine. You are still breathing air despite being a few hundred feet under the water.
All right, cool. I haven't had to resort to switching how I breathe. Good to know.
Yes. And as you like tug the line to be pulled up, I'd like you to give me another perception check here.
Coming right up. Oops, nope. Don't do that. Do this. Thank you, Jesus.
Hell yes.
First nat. All right, what do I see with my special eyes? Boop.
Fish sex. Sorry.
Fish don't have sex.
This is why I've been muted for the last like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think chat's damning Jeff Bezos right now.
Shit. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Hold up. There is a song that's I think I'll let the ads pass for a sec. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh fuck.
That's
Oh god. Oh
fine.
fuck.
That should be done.
Who left?
Sophia.
Ah,
Neanderthal 93 gifted a tier 1 sub to Asri
Just
Harrow.
while we're waiting.
They have given 22 gift subs in the channel.
God, fuck it.
Neanderthal 93 gifted a tier 1 sub to Mr. Blue Designs. They have given
Is everything
23
alright,
gift
Boop?
subs in the channel.
No. No, it is not. That is fine. I think this is what I'm listening for.
Ah.
Because you don't hear necessarily what it isn't necessarily what you see with your special eyes.
Oh no.
No, it's not this one. Hold up, I have a playlist of like 500 songs that I'm sorting through right now.
Understandable. The fact that it's not sight, it's hearing, and it's underwater already has me fucking nervous.
Well, of course it's gonna be hearing. You can sound travels easier through water.
Yeah, I understand that, but the fact that I'm not seeing something but I'm hearing it, that makes it all the more terrifying to me.
Well, that sucks for Sophia.
There we go. Excuse me for a moment.
Alright.
Sophia? What happened to her?
Power went out and the computer decided wanted to update, so they'll be here soon.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
They are okay.
Got it.
Alright.
As you go down into the water, you begin to hear a very strange melody in the sea. It's something I don't think you've ever heard, but it sounds, you know you've never heard, but it feels so familiar, like it's calling to you. Like you want to go closer. And here I need from you a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, let me find my saving throws.
I don't like that on my screen it just snapped to me.
Oh, that's because I forgot to pin the camera on the stream so that it doesn't move.
Alright.
Wait.
Where the devil are my saving throws?
Pin?
Sophia's back.
I love palaces. They're great. They're wonderful. Even more when Windows decides to update afterwards. Should be good now, though.
Ah, here we are. No, is that not how I do? Oh, okay. Here we go.
A
13.
You hear this song its call. And you start to swim towards it. You can so faintly hear you almost make out the words. You want to listen. It's beautiful. It's wondrous. And then, as soon as, and then you feel yourself relax. You feel yourself at peace. And then all of a sudden, you feel your limp body pulled out of the water by the chain. And you suddenly snap out of it. You have no idea what just happened, but you heard something. It was there.
Might I, because he's spent a lot of time in the water, might I be able to make an Arcana check to sort of at least have some notion, maybe through some stories or what have you?
I'd say a history check would be more apt.
History? History it is.
Yeah.
Oh, 23.
23.
You've heard tales of these sorts of creatures from mythical, heroic eras. And recognizing that no one's gone under the water so deep before, at least in the open ocean, because why would you?
Right.
It doesn't strike you with 23, these stories that you've heard of heroes and such people. One in particular, I believe, as noted by a man called, as written by a man called Homer, about a large odyssey. Men who went out at sea. These travelers ended up encountering strange creatures that sang to them and drew them to the ocean depths below. It might be worth worrying people about this.
Yeah. Is he like pulled up on the boat, or is he still like?
You're like just like not pulled up on the boat right now. You're
Okay.
like making all these rationalizations. You're maybe about halfway up the boat.
Mhm.
All right. You see at this point Xemnas is like gonna try to try to expedite the pulling process by like that chain he's being pulled up by, see if he can't pull himself up.
Give me an
Like, he doesn't-
athletics check.
Yeah, because he does not want to go back in there. That was scary for him. Oh, Nope.
No.
Not
Nope.
happening.
Absolutely
that suit
not.
is too damn heavy.
Your weak noodle arms.
Can I help?
No,
Geek
because
brain.
you would have just seen it right now. So, and I don't think right now it's like a. Currently, what's pulling him up is like a pulley mechanism, so it's not something that someone can really help with.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
there's like a hand crank that someone's using, so it'd be
Yeah.
hard. Like,
So at
you're
this point,
looking at Evan here, and he's like already like about as strong as you, so it wouldn't really be that big of a help
All right,
here.
so what's his name? Adam?
Evan is
Evan.
is the bunny manning the system.
Yeah.
And like actually making the controls, and Milo is the bunny who like designed the suit.
Yeah.
Like
As-
technician designer.
Fair enough. He goes. You hear Zim say, sort of in a very muffled voice, "For the God's sake, get me up! Get me up!"
I don't think they really know what you're talking about, but they're gonna keep pulling you up. And
Yeah, he's flailing his arms like he's clearly like in a panic.
as you see Milo saying, right, well, I don't know why they'd be freaking out. I mean, even if it's wet inside, he should be able to breathe. Could be some kind of shock or something, I'm not sure. I suppose so, but it's a little odd, ain't it? I thought water gymnastics, these types are supposed to be good in the water. Maybe the suit's got them spooked. Strange. Oh, hey, Azzy, how you doing?
Izzy. The name's Izzy.
Ah. All right. Sorry, it's the accent.
Eh. Okay.
To be
what the
fair, it
hell's
is
that big splash?
Ezzy inside of your EZZY.
Yeah. But what caused that big splash? I'm just
Oh,
trying to figure that shit out.
Oh, we just pushed him in the water.
Why?
You just hear like a very sharp, quick bark of laughter from the direction of Sharkbait.
Oh, it's just not the diving bell. The diving suits. This is for your benefit, you know. I mean, yeah. He's the one who can swim. You can swim, apparently. She'll be able to breathe the water. Yep.
Okay then.
And they'll just like
Still-
truly they like stopped from they slowed down while talking to Essie. So it's just takes
Fucking,
the
he's
process
tugging at the pulley. He's tugging at the fucking rope like wildly, like dong 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 dong.
Yeah. But
I'll
while
probably let
you
you
are
get-
all being while you're getting pulled up, we're going to move to our final member of the party here. Sophie.
Hey, it's me.
Where do you think you would be on this ship?
Well, Lawa being a pilot, he would know how to work most of the components of a ship, so it'd probably be either at the sails or the, I forget the name of it. Probably the sails, most likely, just making sure everything's alright over there.
You're just tending to the sails here, making sure that the ropes don't slip. You see that there's like a big gust of wind going, so you have to like the wind's starting to pick up a little bit more, so you're making sure that it's you can take advantage of that as best you can. And as you do, who would you be? You'd probably be like working alongside, like truly, like another like a pale looking kobold and this Leonin, whose like mane has gone to shit. Like it looks nothing like a lion's mane. It's just like shaggy hair.
Gives me Zack Sparrow vibes.
And the three of you are sort of like tugging on the ropes, trying to make sure that like it doesn't break. The captain looks like Frostprite if he grew his hair out real long. Yeah, I see it.
I was gonna say, you look that man in the eye and tell me I'm wrong.
I shouldn't be looking at chat while I'm running D&D, but I see it, chat. Martian. But you'll see this snaggly looking kobold and this like sly kind of could be stronger if he pushed himself to work out, but clearly isn't, but still is decently strong looking Leonin, and you're all just working on the ships, and it's like, and the Leonin just sort of thoughts, so what are you in here for?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that is complicated to some degree, I'd say. But to put it simply, it's to help someone.
Help someone? Ooh, fancy. We have a real nobleman here.
Good on ya.
Oh, please, I stab noblemen for their jewels.
But as you're like looking at looking at this, like,
Ooh, you do some stabbing too, eh?
That I do.
All right.
and this is so to give them names just so that you know they're them. This kobold here, his name is Alan, and the Leonin, his name is Ali.
Ali and Alan.
Yes. You would know that the Leonin would be from as in like Prince Ali, like Northern Africa.
Oh, I was gonna say like, yeah, Northeast Africa, Middle East, yeah.
Yeah. And Alan is Alan Barbero, as in from like would have been from Spain, properly from Spain. They would look at you and say like, ooh, what was your favorite stabbing you ever did? Huh? And they'll start like poking you a little bit and letting go of the rope, which makes your job way harder.
Hey, don't let go of the bloody rope.
Oh, okay.
But to answer your question, it would have been this one captain of a merchant vessel. They were a white bastard, both to their crew and the cargo they were transporting.
That's lovely. I am not necessarily a brawling type, but I've a fighter necessarily, but I've had my fair share of bar brawls and here and there, and there was this one real pompous person, a real upstart who, well, His face was begging for a fist to be put in it.
I think I've seen a few people like that in my time.
Oh, I've stabbed me ex-wife once. That one was fun.
Laura's just gonna look over there like, eh?
Yeah. No, you see, she, Alright, I know that sounds bad, but hear me out. She started
Hear
it.
you out? Huh? How did she start it?
Squints.
You don't have any ties with the cops, right?
No. In fact, I'd say I hate the cops, actually.
They believe you. They will believe you from now until the end of time.
To be fair, it is true. He does hate the cops.
Nice.
Yeah.
With a -3 to wisdom.
That is a very low wisdom and a very low perception. Dear God.
Yeah.
He'll.
Alright, so, now, hear me out. My wife was, this was back in the days when I was still, huffing on ether, yeah? So, my mom was, my mom had just died, right? And we got some inheritance money. And so I decided, hey, why not just get a little bit and just do a little and like just chug the stuff. And so I said to my lady, hey, let's go to the shop and get some. And then we did. And then, like, not even 3 hours later, she's begun to chug like all of our supply. And now that's like, I come from I used to be like a real nobleman person type, yeah? And so, that inheritance money was a lot of money. And this bitch of a whore fucking drank like 5 liters of ether, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? And she's gone absolutely mad, right? And so she takes a knife and says, it's all mine. And I go, and then she goes to my neck, I go for the gut, and then it stabbed. And yeah.
How
A few
was
years
he
later,
alive
I kicked
after
my
5
addiction.
liters? That's good that he kicked the addiction, but how was your wife alive after 5 liters?
Drugs.
Lord is raising the single figure then, about to say something. This is Logan in the nods.
Ali would say to you, like, listen, hun, I don't even know if any of the stories he's telling are real. Just nod and say yes. You understand?
Fair enough.
I'm telling the truth.
Yes, and you told the truth about those giant crabs that you scared off with a lobster claw too.
They were fucking massive, they were.
Yes, of course they were. And about the fire in the sky that one time, that and the lightning that turned all those people into mindless creatures. I was there. They were all true. They all happened, and that's why I need a drink. And you'll see that he pulls out a flask and say, Don't, Alan, what? Don't, what? Don't. He's gonna do quick little quietly
very bad at
brings
it.
up the like normal alcohol to his bottle, and like then like again at this point both of them are letting go, and Ali's like slaps the bottle on his hand, and just a rabid kobold and now you are effectively the only one doing your job right now.
Well,
Oh,
it's
no.
trying our best to keep these sails steady.
As you're
Full time for it.
struggling with this, you start to have another thought here. Why the ever-living fuck am I doing this? For what purpose? And I think for you, we're gonna do another quick little scene here. You and we will go into a bit of a different ambience here. Let's go with this one. It was raining when you found out the news. You didn't hear it yourself. You didn't, you weren't told directly. You were simply home, looking around for your family who was not your father who was not there. You'd asked around different people who he worked with, different people who knew him. And finally, you heard that they were being sent to the courthouse. he had finally been caught. As time moved forward, you were given some instruction and spoke with a very official and heard a knock at the door. Not by, and saw someone strange there. Someone in military uniform. Another, but not the kind that, and it seemed very kept and formal. You hear the knock at the door. Would you answer?
Oh, who the bloody hell is that? Woodsy would go and first peek through the little eye hole that would be there before opening the door.
It is a you are looking at a you're looking at a dwarven soldier by the looks of it. Still has some like old Great War attire. A small like officer's saber at his side. And you'll recognize the regiments and the symbols as being from the same unit that your father used to be in.
Seeing that, Law will fully open the door to look the dolphin in the eye. You sold my father, didn't you?
I did not hear what you said, I'm sorry.
She asked, you sold with my dad, didn't you?
I did. And, it seems as though the years of evading the authorities had finally caught up with them. But he was a good man. Boy, that I can say. Would you mind if I enter for a moment?
Laura would just look around for a moment, peeking her head outside, before nodding and gesturing him inside.
You'll see this older dwarf look at you, and inside this like humble house you'll see.
Your father's gotten in a bad way. And he's being punished for it. For his crimes, he needs to pay off. He's been found in debt. Made to pay off something.
That's frankly unjust.
Sounds about right for people looking to punish us.
Aye. He'll look at you a little bit solemnly as he hands you this written documentation. You'll effectively gain a letter that's requesting aid. Now, your father was able to pay off a good amount. His various misdeeds, for whatever they're due, have made him a wealthy man. But there is the matter of service and work. And frankly, say what you will about your father. He is an older man now. Not due. And the kind of work they're looking for him to do may very well be the end of him.
I'll what tense up just slightly, Dad.
You read at the you read the paper here. It's describing amounts paid and owed for crimes against the crown. He is forced to pay 500,000 gold pieces, of which he has paid 400, and has been able to safely get that written away. And they were willing to offer him a pardon if he was effectively give him make a deal with him through by letting him get out of jail if he's able to work on this ship. Particularly, they want him to serve as a member of the diving crew here. Going down thousands of feet into the ocean to recover lost artifacts, lost gold, lost gems, different things that could be discovered throughout ships.
They are asking someone who's much past their prime to do that.
It will seem that is the case.
Almost feels like they plan for him to die down now.
Then you and I are very much in agreement about that fact.
Well, my father has given me much. He took me from the streets when everyone else would shun me. And I owe him much. The least I could do is at least take this on for him. If you can help me convince the bureaucratic heads to allow such a thing.
My girl, I have... The only reason I stay inside of the hell that is the bureaucracy surrounding the area here is so I can do just that sort of thing. It is best that you prepare your things. You won't. The ship leaves soon.
I guess so. Before I do go packing, if you know my father, did he ever tell you about my condition, I guess I'll put it?
He'll turn his head. I'm unaware.
Also say there is a reason I was left on the streets. So he'll just tap at the one eye that is not covered by an eye patch normally, which would be a much brighter red than most eyes normally are.
They look at you and sort of... I don't doubt that. Oh god. Sorry. Burp. I don't doubt that you have your secrets. We all have something. But if you want to repay your father here, I suggest you take whatever it is you have and either control it or hide it or control it.
It's what I've been doing this long. But, thank you.
They'll give you a little nod. You don't really get a chance to see your father before you go. You see this note and know, well, you can't really, you don't get to see them as they rot into prison. You don't really have time to do much of anything. You gather your things, and you go. It's not the first time you've been on the sea. And even after this adventure goes, You're not sure it'll be the last.
Always felt at home at the sea.
As you're finally finishing tying up this beam, this rope here, so that it's set for, at least for now, you do manage to hear the splash as Zin's Zinnes falls into the ocean, and hear as everyone sort of goes over and takes a look at it, at what exactly is happening. Even the bard is sort of stopped playing to give a chuckle at what is, at this admittedly very, very silly scene. The other two are still sort of bickering about amongst themselves, saying like, "Come on, I'm not lying to you. I've got no, of course not, of course not. Let's just. Oh, hey, Laura, you've done and finished up here.
That
Well,
I have.
that's wonderful. We appreciate your invaluable help here. You all sort of solely see as this like wench, this like and crank sort of like finally, and you hear like Zim finally like close to the edge of the ship, and everyone can sort of clearly see them.
He's flailing and not openly panicking.
And you sort of see all of that, and everyone is sort of like taken aback by this.
He's like struggling to get the helmet off.
Can I assist with getting that off, or?
Yeah, Evan is also Evan is also the Bunny brothers here are also helping Zim get the helmet off. And after a few seconds, you all do manage to get this helmet off, and feel like the release of pressure, like a tss, and a little bit of like steam from like just body heat and sweat, just like Zim,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
First thing that comes out of his mouth as he yells, looking directly at the captain. Captain! Sirens below us!
they you look at, you see the captain like look at you and there is like a mechanism to like lock a wheel in a ship. I don't remember what it's called, but like he locks the wheel so that it doesn't move from the position he's currently at. It stays at the angle that it is.
Okay.
And heads over down the steps and like, what the heck? What the hell are you on about?
I swear my life, sir. There was such a intoxicating melody below us. I felt almost compelled to go towards it until these two here pulled me out and snapped me out of it. I swear there's something down there singing. Sirens, I tell you.
Give me a persuasion check here.
All right. This is gonna be fun. Watch me.
Because this isn't an uncommon story, but it is.
And that's
Fuck yes.
yeah, boy.
They believe
Two in a
you
row.
implicably.
Like, there's that look of genuine just fear in his eyes as he's just sort of looking down, like he is very hesitant about going back in. He's like struggling to get back on the ship and everything.
I haven't encountered any myself, but I have heard the stories. The precautions are easy enough, I suppose.
He kind of looks towards the bunnies and goes, like starts like trying to calm down. Suits work just fine, by the by.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. That's very good to know. Thank.
He kind of like does hold up his arm to show like this green bioluminescent algae that just kind of stuck to him.
Ooh, I can make that into the next meal.
Maybe don't. How about that? That doesn't what we don't know what this is. So, we're not necessarily a research vessel, so we can't quite do anything about that. If you want, Evan, you got any? Hey, mate. I'm just as lost as you on this. I've never seen anything like that. Right.
As these two are amongst themselves, Zim goes, So, sir, you said that there's precautions against these sea wenches? Dare tell?
There once was a tale, and I'm sure I'm also a bit of a learned man. I enjoyed the seas and tales of the sea, hence why I became a captain. The story of how these men survived an encounter with a siren simply involves wax placed in the ear. And thankfully, we have no shortage of candles. And as soon as you say that, he says that, you'll see the bunnies like start like, okay, so we don't, I'm not really. Come on. All right, but hear me out. Our ears are. Zim, is the threat real?
Goes, I swear on my life, sir. I remember almost nothing the moment I heard the melody, except for being pulled back up. I don't know how many there are, but clearly enough to keep somebody entranced.
Milo, Evan, have you ever seen a man that frayed before? I mean, when I thought I had an arranged marriage, there's just like a little death glare, like, no, I can't believe I can't say I have.
As he looks at these two, and he goes, I promise to both of you that it is not what you see that you should be afraid of in these waters. It is what you don't see.
All right. Very well. In that case, let us make some preparations. Everyone. I want cloth in the ears, and we make some forms of covers. Everyone should make sure to have them, even if they don't have them, so that they can put them on in case of an emergency. And
Will do,
hopefully,
Captain.
nothing will come to harm.
If it's alright, I think I'll also go get my gun as well.
Not a bad idea. The captain will begin to head back to the ship, and as like at this point, like the sun is beginning to set, and you can begin to see some of the stars. He's trying to like make sure he's course correcting a little bit, like navigating correctly, and makes it and continues and adjusts the angle on the ship's wheel as you all make your preparations for the evening. With this, everyone begins to make some. Those among you begin to make the two bunnies, being the like craftsmen, the repairmen, the Wainwright, the shipwrights here, the bosuns and the technicians here, sort of prepare everybody. Little muffs. Everybody comes down one at a time and like places a little bit of cloth in their ear, and then like before like pouring some some wax in to like make a very secure ear muff, and everybody gets that. And by nightfall, everything is truly dead quiet. There is no sound of people going to and fro on the ship. There is no sound of the waves or the different movements of the ropes and such. The night is quiet.
Quiet.
And that is where we'll end for tonight.
Mhm.
Because someone has to go.
93 gifted a tier 1 sub to
Yeah.
Underbed Umbra.
Indeed.
They have given 24 gift subs in the channel.
Anyway, night everybody. Enjoy yourself. I'm gonna go ahead.
This was a lot of fun.
This
Yay.
was.
It was lots of fun, yes.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to quickly raid out. Find someone whomst I can give thing to.
Night.
Good night. This person is doing a donathon, and they have a holder. So I feel kind of
Oh.
obligated as a D&D streamer to give them a raid and tell them that they are poggers.
Understandable.
This is an
The
obligation.
VOD will be still up on Twitch for a while, and I will eventually upload it to YouTube someday, TM. Exclamation point YouTube to do that. And I'm going to raid out now. So, bye-bye. Boop.
Bye.